So that we're live here as well. I'm gonna mute this site so that I don't have to worry about it. Yep, we're live. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this to come up and then we can kind of announce this on our Discord. Hey guys, we are live. Let me switch it over to the monitor. This is our chat zone. Yep. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Why does it not show up? Oh yeah, it does show up now. Okay. Slight delay on my end. I'm sorry guys. Cool. We are live. Hi everyone. I know people are gonna join slowly, and those who are watching the recording, thank you so much, everyone. Continuing our mm, mm, mm. lsp-bridge. Okay, I'm now. All right, this is done as well. Let's move it to the other workspace. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that we are here. Okay. All right. So where are we at right now? There is an error that is coming on, right? Coming over, right? So this thing. I'll give some context what we are trying to do, right? I want a key map which just puts the current diagnostic. I mean the diagnostic in the current line or point into a mini buffer. Okay. And what is a mini buffer? I can quickly show you. If you see, okay, right now there are no errors. Let's go to emacs. Okay, let's maybe, you know what, let's switch emacs. I don't know, not this one. Are they? Oh, that's, let's like switching projects. Okay. um mm, mm, mm. Yeah, over here if you open this file for example, right, and yep, this is what we want, right? So let's look at any error over here. Let me open these errors. So as you can see, these errors, wherever these show up, this is a mini buffer. Okay, so I want to show up the current error in this mini buffer, and I want to be able to do this. Because what I feel is it's not possible that always you will end up seeing this in um like as a, whenever you hover over it, like you will see it here, and it's like you can't use a key map to go to this diagnostic. What I want to be able to do is I want to switch to the mini buffer, and this is like an address bar over here, so it doesn't help, but let's still figure it out what's going on and then try to do this. So what we have done so far, we have decided that control cd will be the key map that we are binding it to, and we have just defined a function my lsp-bridge diagnostics at point, and over here we have my lsp-bridge diagnostics at point interactor, so that we can also call it from our control alt x, right? As you can see, I will see it here. There we go, right? And what I'm doing is when lit, that means whenever ol is not null, we call lsp bridge diagnostic overlay at point, which means that I'm calling this function, whatever this returns, I'm going to store this in ol. Then if this is not null, I'm going to go forward and say that, okay, let's start diagnostic display message should be the output of overlay get with ol and display message. So it looks like we are calling overlay get for ol, and then we are just using it with display message. Similarly with diagnostic message, overlay get ol message. So it's like we got two messages, display message and message, and then we are just printing that to the mini buffer, which is what message does over here. Okay, and that should just happen like this. In case if it doesn't work, I can also say that, okay, please put hi, no diagnostic found maybe, and I can do this, right? So what this will do is it will just make sure that something is printed, and I can quickly restart, and I can show you. If I go to edit functions.c, and if I go to this error control cd, if I do, right now it's giving this error symbols value as variable is void and ol. Okay, and I'll be honest, I don't know why this is happening, because exact same code it was working before, but I have no idea what's happening with this. Okay, So let's still try to take a look at this and see if we can fix it. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 Interactive when let OL. Okay. How about this? Let's just, for once, I'm going to change something, just making sure that actually the error is okay. Let's see. Yeah, there you go, right? Symbols value is variable is void OL. So there's something, it's definitely not config.el file that's showing up. So that was a smart thing to do, because that means somewhere I'm using OL either in the source code or somewhere. Okay, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I can just keep on going, 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 keep on going. It's such a weird way to check. No, right? Nowhere. That means it's somewhere in the source code. Because as I said before, had I do remember doing something with lsp-bridge. I can't do it like this. I need to go to the logs. Mm, mm. Okay, let's search about this. So what I need to do is emacs full error log trace. So how do I do that? I don't think that's gonna help me, to be honest, whatever they said over here. But let's still see. I don't know. Does it work like this? Hmm. Okay. Yeah, there you go, right? So what I can do is I can look at lsp log. Okay, much better. I want to look at not doom messages, maybe. Fun call interactively. Symbols value is variable is void, and I'm not getting any other message over here, so it's like not helping a lot. Mm. Can I go and look at lsp-bridge? Scratch is not going to help me. lsp log. Don't see it here as well. ccls is not path. Nope, not gonna be here. Not gonna be here. Scratch. Okay, now it does mean that there's something that has changed. And I have no idea where have we changed it. To be fair, to be honest, should never save these things. Can I just doom help and see if there's a doom reinstall thing out there? Okay, let's kind of still push diagnostic current over. Okay, let's call it mini buffer, and let's put this over. And let's, I don't need this. I don't think. Okay, I'm not using OL anywhere else, right? we would like to see the diagnostic at the current position in a mini buffer. Okay, yep, that's it. Let's push this branch, guys. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this. All right. So we have pushed. What this means now is I can go to master. Sorry, main. Right, and I can also make sure that it's the old one that I needed. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. Cool. This is done. Now I can just do doom sync. Now what I want to do is I'll show you guys that I want to get rid of doom emacs totally, and that's more about the reason is that something is not working, and let me see if I can uninstall, remove. Okay, don't show that. Yep, this is what I want to do now. Let's go to actually, you know what? There's no diff at all. I can't. Let me do room doctor again. Emacs was not built with native users will. Okay. Wait, which version am I using for Emacs? It's fine, right? I don't think it's 29.4, right? This looks fine. Nothing relevant. Okay, so maybe now is the time to just get rid of it again. Also, so now let's just do this again. Okay, let it install all the plugins now. Because as I said, like that I was not sure why that error was showing up, so not sure. All right. Meanwhile, while like, this just happens, I was also thinking to support a new feature. With lsp-bridge, we have discussed about this, like with mini buffer and all that is okay. What else do we want to do? I'd like to show up whatever diagnostics we got. Hmm. Yeah. Go to definition, right? Go to definition, something that you want to show. Go to definition in mini buffer, emacs. UI integration for LSP mode. Okay. Mm, this does not look like very useful, to be honest. So I don't know. For those people who don't understand what I'm trying to do, I'm saying that can I just hit the go to definition and not open this in a. I don't like, honestly, I don't need to open this in a mini buffer, right? I can just have that in a vertical split. I mean, horizontal split, a vertical split. Hmm. Okay. All right. While this happens, I need to wait. Plugins under review. What are you reviewing right now? This is always very interesting because we still don't know what's going on. What is this? To replace most of the packages in the emacs diet module, including OK. Oh, okay. What is this? Approved. Considered for removal to reduce the complexity of Lang CC module. LSP offers many of these features and more reliably. Okay. Considered for removal to reduce the complexity of the okay R tags. Okay. So looks like wow, this is very cool. Nice. I mean the way they I think this guy who is the maintainer of this? Replacement, rotate text, removal. Okay. Wow. This is actually nice. The way they plan, right? Like I think it's really, really cool. Who's the maintainer? I've doomed us all. Henrik Lisner. Toronto. So he has been contributing for around 9 years now, and he's the only one doing it. Apparently, only one doing it. Like really, very interesting. I don't know how he feels about it, to be honest. Hi, Serenity. Good morning. Yeah, what's up? I was building Emacs again. So I mean, just building Doom and all the plugins again because the error that I was getting yesterday was not relevant. I was like, okay, it's not about the code I wrote. It's probably about something else that is happening. So I just wanted to go ahead and see that. Okay, what's going on? Nothing is. How are you? How's everything? I'll be honest. Like today, I just did not want to wake up. I'm like, okay, do I need to wake up? Should I just go and sleep again? But of course, I need to wake up. Mm. I I wonder how does he get so much time. Oh, because he has a lot of sponsors, is it? Okay. and 2 decades in software development. Can't rule out a correlation. On my spare time, I make games and write open source software to help smarter people write better software. But you may also know me as author of Doom Emacs. You're saying I'm good things. Awesome. I was looking at Doom's main maintainer, and I think he has been contributing for since then. At least 2015, I see so many active commits until 2024. Doom has grown beyond the few hours I can spare it, 12 hours a week. I struggle to keep up with the growing community, develop new features, and find time for OSS campus. I have much more to give and dream of doing this full time, but to allocate more of those hours away from day job, I need your help. If my work has helped you, consider sponsoring me. Current sponsors are 156. Wow. So he has his dot files over here. Hyperlane plus Weber. Oh, he is also in Hyperlane user. What's happening with Hyperlane though? What is a foot terminal? Is it a terminal? Oh, a fast, lightweight, and minimalistic VLAN terminal emulator. Never knew about it. It's not even on GitHub. It's written in what C? Lightweight, VLAN native. Okay, and what's happening with GitHub Hyperlane? What else does he use? Okay, yep, Profi and all acquirable. Quick start. Okay, write it to a USB drive. Restart and boot into installer. Do your partitions and mount your root to MNT. Clone these dot files somewhere. Create a host config in host. Ram ji, Ram bro. Good morning, yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Varanium. Ram ji, Ram. I was looking at Doom Emacs main maintainer. Apparently, this guy is also very helpful, but was looking at his config. This is not a community framework on NixOS distribution. Please don't use it like one. As home for all manner of unspeakable, overly opinionated hackery that make me other 9 seconds of hell look like tropical beach resorts. Apparently, like this is what he uses shell. I don't know what this is, but Hyperline and Weber with X11 he uses light DM integrator base PWM. So he's more like a talent window manager person. I think a lot of people are. Why does this guy want us to shift from NixOS? Just abhi I woke up. Oh, you just woke up. By this guy, do you mean this author? Or do you mean me? I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm on Windows. I can't talk about these fancy things, to be honest. I don't know. This looks like walked right into that NixOS ambush, same as us in those dot files over there. You should shift to NixOS as well. Come back, mate. I would love to. How is Hyperland doing? Because the last time I checked, OBS failed on Hyperland. How is this guy coping up with everything? Yeah, I don't want to switch to any X11 right now because the last time I checked, it was very fast with. And this thing that people use hyper dots. Problem is this guy is still like keeps on adding new things. It's not fair. Might use it. You are an i3 user. I do use i3 at work. Downfalling like me. Are they? You're not downfalling, bro. He uses Foot as a terminal. If you want to check it out, it's a Wayland native terminal that is coming up. So that's there. Run the installer, then reboot and you're good to go. Why NixOS? Yeah, Foot. I can actually link to you this. I was just looking at this. Yeah, I am low. I did not sleep enough. I need to quickly wrap up the stream today. I thought I'll stream. It's like a work day today, so I'm also like, post food. Sorry, I need to check a bit about it. I don't know what this is about. Um, work day, huh? Yeah. Also, like, what? So, what has he given the reason like for NixOS? Because managing a fleet of servers, 100 strong, is the 10th circle of hell without declarative generation and immutable single source of truth configuration framework like NixOS. So, what is this short answer? No. Long answer? No. Really don't. I'm not kidding. Don't. Or here's why not. Its learning curve is steep. You will trial and error your way out to enlightenment if you survive the frustration long enough. NixOS is unlike other Linux distros. Your issues will be unique and difficult to Google. A decent grasp of Linux and your chosen services is a must, if only to distinguish NixOS issues from Linux issues. If words like declarative generation immutable don't put your sexuality in jeopardy, you're considering NixOS for the wrong reasons. The overhead of managing a NixOS config will really pay for itself with 3 systems or fewer. Okay. If you need somebody else to tell you whether or not you need NixOS, you don't need NixOS. This guy is emacs maintainer, right? So I do emacs maintainer, and he had this .files repository. So I was just reading through his README. So yeah, I mean, just was going through this, nothing else. Yeah, it's like, oh, he has a YouTube stream or something. What is this about? This guy is, I think he streams, right? So I was like looking for his streams if he is Mastodon, Fostodon. Okay, I think his site is not done yet, and he does not post a lot on Twitter. I think he's just working now. Cool, yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. So this is done. So I'll tell you, right? So we were trying to get Doom Emacs to, like, I was just curious, like, what is the error about? And I found out that it was not coming from a config.el file, because what I did was I ended up opening config.el, right? And I found that this, okay, let me check out to the branch diagnostic current mini buffer. If I do, okay, what the, I don't need, thank you. Are sorry about this. So many packages that keep coming up. I don't know how. Right. So over here, if you see, we are doing this overlay instead of OL. Yesterday we were using OL as a variable name, and I was just curious. Okay, let's say if I change the name from OL to overlay, the error message was still talking about OL, and OL is not used anywhere else. I was like, okay, probably I changed something in the Doom Emacs source code. I copy pasted something. I hit the key binding of yank or push, and I saved the file, and that's what's happening. Okay, so what I can do is I can just go, I can shift my project to Emacs. Are are what, what is what's nothing happening? Oh, I need to do Doom sync. I was like, why are my key maps not working? Oh, I realized I did not do Doom sync yet. Okay, it's gonna take some time. Should be quick though. Okay. I miss those days where I could try so many things, to be honest. If, like, honestly, I really want to try Dome, I mean, this thing as well, Hyperdots, Hyperland, but all these things are not worth it. Okay, I guess shift my project Emacs refuses. I hope it. There are no known projects, yeah, because I just installed. Makes sense. Fair, fair, fair. I'll not say that you're wrong. I was reading a blog yesterday, and now you sound like the person this blog was describing. What was the blog about? I'm really curious now. Please go ahead, tell me. Was it about a person who is very slow in the morning and is burning himself out? All right, guys, let's see. A symbol's value is variable is void. OL. What does it mean? I don't have this variable. Why do you keep showing me this? What's happening? I'm editing .emacs file, but when I load it, I repeatedly get an error back. Here's the code in Emacs file. We learned that the error relating to the path was due to surrounding double quotes. That is the original error. Original poster had used this instead of straight double quotes. The second error message to the original poster received after fixing the first error was due to the fact that require uh, ESS site should have been written as require ESS site. That is, the argument feature needs to be a symbol instead of a string. Okay, you know what? Okay, okay. Am I doing anything wrong here? Where, first of all, I'm not using OL anymore. I'm using overlay. How is it possible that this shows up here and I'm not doing this kind of a mistake anywhere else? You know what? Let's just say overlay to check G C Y no no Y N Y. Okay, I'm gonna just define check as a variable. How do you know that you're senior dev or not? Was the blog based on the details I shall from this moment forth refer to you as a senior dev is not being able. Okay, one of the main traits is not being able to. Okay, I'm listening. I mean, I'm a senior dev, but I'm curious what made you think so. Not able to try out new stuff without considering the consequences with which you do kabhi. Yeah, I see. Without considering the consequences. Yeah, it's just that like amount of time you have, right? Like it just doesn't work anymore. Like what do I get if I use it, and what do I lose if I don't use it, right? You consider the consequences. Kafi, I mean, every time almost. Yeah. Earlier, I used to. I mean, not that. I don't know if how much does it have to do with being senior or not, but I do agree that once you like kind of grow into the career, you do know that okay, what do you want to do? Okay, you know what? But symbols value as variable is void. OL, I'm not using it, buddy. Where do I? This is so irritating, right? Like fun call interactively symbols value as variable is void, but I'm not using it. How are you guys? Is this even possible? Yeah, let me look at this then. This check function is there. Why do I have fetch diagnostic somewhere? It does not tell you anything. It's very weird, and I think I'm getting where it's coming from. Let me just delete this. So this is generated. Okay, I'll show you. Config.elc is generated. Okay, every time you. Okay, yeah. Now what I'm gonna do is I'll show you, right. So I'm gonna do emacs. Okay. All right. Let's go here again. Ah, there you go. It's see. It was all about this temporary file that was compiled, and every time you do that, that was like in the swap, and that's why the error was coming up. Good debugging, guys. The pros don't need line number; they can just say other, and everyone will understand. Yeah, it's true. You don't need a debugger sometimes. You just need an intuition. But anyways, like no diagnostics found is an error that I'm getting now. So I can actually go here and I can check what's going on. Now is the time that I go move it back from check to overlay. Okay. So interactive overlay lsp-bridge diagnostic overlay at point. And then I get this, 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 and then I get this. Okay. Cool. I do remember something is going wrong somewhere around the line. Also, it's kind of a thing for all the brackets to be closed like this. I don't know in elisp they do this. If you see, this is like instead of doing this, you should be closing all of them together. That's something in elisp I've seen. So I'll just follow that, and I'll every time now I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna actually delete this file. Okay, fortunately it's not there. Okay, emacs src edit functions.c. Let's see. So now it's about no diagnostic found. So the way to debug this is lsp-bridge diagnostic copy. Okay, and this is gonna copy this file for me. All right. Okay, now this was working, right? So if I do lsp-bridge diagnostic copy, that's gonna copy the diagnostic for me. But how is it gonna help? Okay, let me try again. Copy diagnostics config.h file not found. Okay. All right. Okay. So that means at least this function is working. So to in order to debug, I'm gonna go to config.el, right, and go to this function when and whatever overlay start overlay and cl return overlay. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search for lsp-bridge copy. Okay, copy diagnostic was there. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, lsp-bridge diagnostic copy interactive. This f0p length lsp-bridge diagnostic overlays. That means there are no diagnostics. Okay, as you can see, if this function is working, see what is it doing? When let overlay lsp-bridge diagnostic overlay at point, let diagnostic message overlay get overlay message kill new diagnostic message copy diagnostics. Okay, so if this is working, ideally my function should also work, because apparently this is kind of the same thing I'm doing except just doing. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna let's just define a new function, right? lsp fetch diagnostic. Okay, and can I just have, okay, no, I want a vertical split. Yeah, so yes, this is where I want to be, and I want to go again to this point, and this thing was there just here, right? Yeah, easier to just look at it again. And interactive. Okay, array. Okay, what else is there? F0p. I don't think I need to do this because right now it's irrelevant. Then I can do when let overlay, and everything else is the same in the code above, if you see, right? And then you have let. Okay, the only thing is that I'm using let star. Hopefully that will not have an impact. Otherwise I'll be very, very sad. Message, and I want to do message Or you know what? I can just do percentage. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. There, there, there. Right? So this is my LSP fetch diagnostic. So I can actually replace this with what's going on. Hi, good morning. You don't know me. What's up? How you doing? I realized I should actually okay, because I was watching my stream yesterday. I was like, oh shit, my chat is visible more than my code. I am writing a list for my emacs for Doom, and I was able to figure out the issue. And I hope this actually works now. I don't need this debugger. You nerd. Okay. Now I should be able to just quit and do emacs again. Wait, let me just check if it's still there. No, right? All right, guys. Let's see if it works now. Yeah, there you go. Right. So what? What the guys? What's the difference in the code? Okay, guys. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, look at this. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, so look at these two functions. Okay, what is the difference? Okay, fine. I did not have display error message. I can exactly write the same error, right, and see what's going on, right? And nothing is different. This display error, this is a description to the function. I have interactive, which is exactly what it is. When let overlay lsp-bridge diagnostic overlay at point, then I'm doing let diagnostic message overlay get overlay message is the same thing as let star. Okay, if you want, I can remove that as well. And then I'm doing message display message whatever. If it doesn't happen, then I'm saying okay, when let is failed, then say no diagnostic found. Let's try this over here. This should have worked. I don't know. It's so weird, right? Like, actually, you know what? Let me just type let star here. Let's experiment with let star because why not? And let's restart. And let's go to src edit function. See, let's see. Yeah, it's still showing up. So it's not about this thing, right? And let's also say okay, diagnostic display message as well. I'll get okay. So I'll just type diagnostic display message overlay get overlay display message. Okay, I'm doing exact same thing that I was doing there, right? Oh, I think I closed this first. Yeah, I think I know what's going on. Probably, I don't know. Okay, this is okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's still working. I don't want to do doom sync. What if it just breaks? I want to run away from the fact that it's because of doom sync. But okay, yeah, I do agree. I do get the problem though. If you see over here, this bracket is actually closing let star. Okay, I mean it's not now, but it was doing it before. I remember. Let me just go back and show you. Right. So this is what I was showing you. I think yeah, it was like this. Okay, so there were three brackets here. So what's happening? This last bracket is closing let star and this should happen in the body of let star. Okay, so this should be happening here. Okay, and this should be closing when let here as well. So now if I show you, if I just comment this out, right, and if I use the older one, I think this will work. Yeah, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to face the truth? Ready, guys? One, two, three. Let's go. Okay, there you go. Let bindings can have only one value form. Message. Okay. Okay, this is a different error that's coming from the code. Let bindings can have only one value form. Okay. Let me just go to array. Show me the G. Let's try the special form defining this bind variables according to where list then eval body, right? So it's more like let star x is 1, y is plus x 100. You close this here, you close this here, you close this here. And then, yeah, exactly, right? This is what I'm doing. Let star, you define diagnostic display message to be something, and then you close. Yep, my bad. Okay. It was right. My bad. Because this is closing this one, which is fine. Okay, and then what you need to do is you need this body to be like this body, whatever it is, this should be. It does look right to me. I don't know. Let's just remove no diagnostic found. Let's put it here. Now there's nothing different at all. Okay, I'm gonna try doomsing after this. Okay, guys, because I think that makes sense. Ah, there you go. It works now. What the? So what was wrong before? Oh, sorry. It create doom configure, right? So if I see over here, this, let's create a pull request. Okay, so this is what I had before. Overlay. I had this one. Okay. You know what? Let me just try and copy this. Whatever the code I had before. Right, and let me just try and get rid of this. No diagnostic found. See, so okay, so what's happening here? Is it because of the brackets? Let's find a difference. I'll tell you, there is no difference at all. Overlay, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, and then this is fine. The only difference in before and now was the brackets. So I had these brackets like this. Okay, now I'm bringing them here. Okay, and let's just try again. Diagnostic found. Oh, it's probably because it will anyways get printed, because this is always going to be printed, right? So I should just get rid of this and then see. Array. Oh, I should restart. There you go. All right, guys. So it's working. It was probably because of brackets as well. I can actually confirm this, because if I do this, will it work? Is the question. It does work. It was not because of brackets. It was because of the message, because in any case, if you would put a message after this, it will get overwritten, and that was probably was what was happening. Okay, because when let doesn't have an else condition that okay, if this doesn't happen, do this. Okay, so that's why it was happening. Anyways, okay, cool. Not because of brackets. Good to know. Otherwise, I'll be like, oh wow. Okay, let me just keep the previous one then. All right, this is done. Now what I want to say is I want this to be converted into a mini buffer and not really something else, right? So if I do this, it does show me that, and I want to go back to mini buffer. Mini buffer is active. Okay, mini buffer is inactive. Hmm. Mini buffer. Nice. Okay, cool. So this is what I want to check now, that how can I create a mini buffer out of this text, right? So let's go and look at the documentation somewhere. Creating mini buffer in emacs. Okay, no. Okay, I'm gonna go to ChatGPT for this because it doesn't make sense to spend a lot of time. Yeah. Um. Where was I? All right, let's go. Mm, this can I navigate to mini buffer in emacs after printing this message? It appears in the mini buffer, but there is not way to navigate to it in the traditional sense. Hence, because the mini buffer is not a separate buffer that you can switch by editing. Viewing messages history once again, guys. All right. If you need to navigate to the message content more interactively, you could modify a function to insert the message into a dedicated buffer instead of. Okay. Let me just try this then. If this does the job, I don't mind. Okay. All right. I'm gonna see if this works. Yep. This does give me the new buffer, which is nice. And let's see if I can go to some other line and also do this. So it does give me the new buffer again. So whenever I do this, it's gonna give me another buffer, right? Can I change it in the way that, okay, I like it. I like this for sure. Okay, one second, guys. Um, this let's go. Let's see what they're doing. Okay, I don't need to show this in a mini buffer anymore. I just want it to be a dedicated buffer. Then message buffer, get buffer, create lsp-bridge diagnostics. With current buffer, message buffer, go to char point max, and I can just get rid of this message. Right. One thing I'll have to do is I'll have to ask it. Every time I do this, it should not append to the buffer and instead clear the buffer and put it there. Also, the default size should be the length of the string. Um, let's see. Overlay get buffer create lsp-bridge diagnostics message content format. Okay, clear the buffer and insert the new message. Display the buffer, resize the window to fit the content. Okay. Then I can just do this here and I can get rid of this. Okay, let's see, right? So this thing I want to do, there you go. Outstanding. Okay, this is nice. And this is editable as well. I can do anything over here. Yep, this is nice. And I can go to another error. Let's say here, and I can, there you go. Right, and mini buffer. Okay, wait. There's one small nuance here. Okay. This can be slightly better. I'm just curious. Let's ask. Oh, 26% is okay. That's weird. Space BI. All right. Meanwhile, let me do this. Can this be a floating buffer instead? Okay. Position frame. Let's see if I can do it. It's pulling it. Package install. By the way, this is how you can install a package. You don't need to go anywhere and all. You can just do this. It will contact the host and it will get you the, yeah, there you go, right? So I can just search for pause frame. I can do this. It's going to install the package for me. Then I can do this, is it? Okay, so that is installed now. And let's go to config.el. Let's get rid of this. Okay, now what they're saying, let's try if this works. Okay. It doesn't do that. But like when I do shift K, it does take me to the, sorry, okay. All right, like, can I just, this does not work for some reason. Let me check what they were doing with pause frame. Display the message in a post frame. Hmm, probably something is, I would hope that this would have worked. But anyways, let's try this somewhere later. Uh, let's bring this back. Erase buffer, insert message, get buffer window. This is okay. I don't need this LSP thing again. Also, can I please get space CD here? Because, okay, it's very tiring to hit control. All right, let's see if this works. Okay. Oh, non-preface key space. Is it? I thought it's allowed. This thing should be the case, is it? Okay, wait a minute. How do I change the key map? How do I make this as a key map to space C D? Yeah, let's see. Require general. Why do I need general for this? Ah, so it's prefix and then key map. So I need to, I don't want to use general. Yep, there you go. Define key map set you can use. But whatever's, I can use global set key, right? Define key global map KBD is my custom key map. No, this is very weird. Yep, there you go. Right. Oh, okay. It was right. This is what I did, I guess. Global set key KBD, and this should have worked. Yep. Did I not do this before? Global set key emacs. Let's see. Okay. I don't know. It just feels very weird to do this. Let's see. Oh, what is this? No, this is different, right? Okay. Didn't work. Let it be. I'll try about space later on. For now, let's just get it there and not waste our time because I have to hop off, guys. Control CD. This is done. Let's just make sure that this is working. It does work. Let's just get rid of the message here because I don't need it. Right? In a mini buffer and in a dedicated buffer. Yeah, and let's just try it again just to make sure it's kind of in a usable position. Control CD. Yep, there you go, right? So this is there. And can I, okay, one thing as well. Okay. I don't want to use pause frame here. I can just copy. Say that can I make the new buffer. Can I take the cursor to the new buffer by default and to the start position? Because what I would like is, I don't know how to do this, but of course I'm move the cursor to start of the buffer, right? So I want this to be the active buffer now. So how do I change the active buffer? Okay, let's see if this works. That's a lot of ChatGPT today. But anyways, like that's okay. Let's try. It's not doing what I would like it to do, right? Change the active buffer. Okay, guys, I think I should hop off. It's already 9:36. I need to go and work. But so far, so good. I think we did reach to a point where we can say that, okay, this is done. All right. Okay. Have fun. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Take care. It was a good stream, anyways. Our name is Serenity. Thank you for being here and home dev as well. Chalo. All right. Take care. Bye, everyone. Bye bye. Take